The Dr. Aphra comics have recently brought a new villain into the story by the name of Orion Tagge. He is a member of the prominent Tagge family in Star Wars, and today I want to talk about their dynasty. Let's start with the man everyone likely knows, General Cassio Tagge. Introduced on the Death Star in A New Hope, he was noted as being opposed to the Death Star project, preferring a larger and more domineering fleet to control the galaxy. Despite losing that political battle, he continued to voice his displeasure and concerns that the Death Star might not be as invincible as it seemed. He was correct, of course, was not on the station when it was destroyed, and was promoted to the rank of Grand General for his foresight. The blame for the loss of the Death Star was placed on Vader's head, and Tagge did not let the Dark Lord forget it. But when Vader proved his worth once more to Darth Sidious, Tagge was ousted as Supreme Commander of the Imperial military, and Vader took his place. Vader's first act in his new position was to execute Tagge. Aurelia Tagge was a wealthy member of the Tagge family who owned a yacht called the Scarlet Dominion. She's only been mentioned in a role-playing sourcebook called Starships and Speeders so far. But Orion Tagge is the newest member introduced to the universe. He was spoiled and rich with an army of mercenaries at his disposal. His hobby seemed to be collecting art and ancient relics only so he could destroy them. He liked being the final person to touch something that was truly irreplaceable and priceless. He's a very Uncharted-style villain if you've ever played those games, the rich money man antagonist that sends hordes of his own personal military after Nate and his friends. Ronan's aunt was named Domino, and that's all we know about her so far in canon, but she was much more prominent in the old Legends Marvel comics. There she was noted as Cassio's younger sister, so it's possible Ronan could be the General's son. But in Legends, Domino was a Force-sensitive enemy to Luke and his friends. She even appeared in Star Wars issue 108, the Legends one-off that was released in 2019 to honor Marvel Comics' 80th anniversary. Domino had 3 other brothers besides Cassio in those old comics. Orman was put in charge of House Tagge after the death of the family's matriarch, Sonya, shortly before the end of the Clone Wars. He made sure to ally the Tagges with the Empire, going so far as to try to usurp Darth Vader as the Emperor's right-hand man. He was blinded for the attempt, but continued trying to gain favor with the Emperor, making himself a nuisance to the rebellion until he was finally struck down by Luke Skywalker, who was under a spell of Vader's at the time. Sylas Tagge was a scientist first and foremost. Unlike his family members, he lived a much simpler life, but he was used by his brother Orman to develop weapons during his quest to gain the Emperor's notice. But after the failure of one such weapon, called Omega Frost, Sylas was placed in Imperial custody by Darth Vader, where he died. Ulrich Tagge was another general in the Imperial military, just like his big brother. But after Cassio's death, Orman used Ulrich for his own personal gain, just like he attempted to do with Sylas. But after their deaths as well, Ulrich became the eldest son of the Tagge family, and he retired from Imperial service to focus on keeping his family's status secure. The final member of the Tagge family that we know about is Massimo Tagge, who was an instructor at the Imperial Academy. He taught Natassi Dalla, who wound up being very important to the Imperial war effort well after the Battle of Endor. And those are all the known members of the Tagge family in canon and Legends. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.